Konnichiwa, minute. This is Tisakura, and you're watching PokeCast. Today's review is going to be on Skylanders, Spyro's Adventure. This is, of course, the first Skylanders game. Um, by let's do some of the little history I always do. Developers were Toys from Bob, and in Australia, Europe, and United States, this was released by Activision. Let's see. This was all released in 2011. And then in Japan, it is known as Skylanders, Spyro no Daiboken. And it was actually released by Square Enix in 2013. And that's what the game is about. So, what do you get to do in this game? Well, you get to use little toys that you get to import into it. And here's a couple of the different things. You have the undead Skylanders. You have Earth Skylanders. You have Magic Skylanders. Then there is Fire. You also have Air. You have then Water. You also have, I guess it's called Life. That right there is Mechanical. And that's a actual bonus level. And of course, little items that you get to do.
My head is awesome, I tell you! Fear it! Fear my giant floating head!
See?
And if that voice sounds familiar, that's probably one of the best parts of the game. That is Richard Steven Horvez doing Chaos's voice. Now, as you can see right here, I'm showing off the different levels that there actually is in the game, and some of the levels, I just say, can really make you frustrated. There's some really evil ones in there. To get it 3 stars, you have to find everything, beat it in a time limit, and of course not die. And in certain levels, that's not as easy as it sounds. And then, of course, the last 4 levels are all the level add-ons I was showing you with that crypt one. Such as these ones right here. You actually have to have the figurine to even unlock them. They're pretty fun. And, of course, we have challenges. Every Skylander in the game unlocks their own personal challenge. And some of them are just brutal. I mean, that's the best way to describe them. Brutal. To unlock all of them, there is 4 Skylanders per elements. So you actually have to get each Skylander to unlock all of these. And every time you beat them, you will get a certain power-up to increase your stats. And this one I didn't understand exactly what you were supposed to be doing. As you can see, if you collect all those little orbs, that's how you level up your characters. In this game, part 1, you can only go up to level 10 with your Skylanders, regardless of which series they are. One thing that does make it nice is that in this game, if you this character right here, he's a Series 2. He was actually made for Giants, Skylanders Giants. But because he is available in the previous game, you can use his figurine to unlock, use him in the game. Now, it's a really nice feature that the Skylander games have, is that the characters are backwards compatible. Now, I don't have anybody leveled up to level 15 or level 20 yet, so I haven't been able to see if it drops a level or keeps a level yet. But you can always bring back the character and use them whenever you want in the previous game. So, that really makes it nice. With all the different challenges, with all the levels that we get, Skylanders really gives you so much to do. Not only that, but you get some amazing figurines to collect, and that's one of the things that really made it nice, is that the figurines are high quality. I mean, they are made for collecting. Yes, I did fail that, because I didn't find that until later. And I still haven't been able to beat this one yet, but I did just level up my character almost to the max. So this right here is one of those levels that can be a pain. It's a good example of showing you exactly what goes on in the game. Now, I didn't unlock any gates in here during this level because I wasn't really playing to unlock. I was playing to actually collect more currency for I can upgrade my character, Terrafin. And as you can see, yes, he is wearing a pirate hat. That one's only obtainable if you get the pirate ship figurine to unlock the pirate level. And that gives me 20 plus on my critical strike, which is really helpful. Throughout the gameplay, you're going to have a lot of times where it will, every time you come in contact with a new enemy, the game will introduce each one, give you a name. That way, you know exactly the name of the person you want to hate. That way, you can just be like, I really hate the so-and-sos. So it's nice that instead of making us wonder, oh, is that called a Goomba or is that called a Bullet Bill? In certain games that, it took us, reading the manual or whatever to find it out, like right here. Now I know what they're called. Tells me a little bit of information about it. So that's a really nice feature about what the game does, for you can actually have that type of thing. And every Skylander character has basically 3 moves. You have your basic attack, and in this game it is, of course I don't know what it is on all the other systems, but in the PS3 edition, it'd be X to do your basic one, which is your punch for Terrafin, and the diving one is on the square button, and then I have one more which allows me to launch baby Terrafins, basically, to attack, and that would be circle. And every Skylander does have 3 different moves. It could be certain ones that just unlocks the ability to fly or teleport, things like that. But regardless, you have the opportunity to upgrade. While you're upgrading, you will get to a point to where you get to decide which move you want to advance. And so you have to decide, do you want your, attack A to be fully maxed out or attack B to be fully maxed out? And for certain characters, that's when it's good to actually have multiple ones, for you can actually, experience what it would be if you had gone the other way. Good thing is that each figurine you buy is unique to itself, to where it's a nice collectible piece. To get your health back, you just gotta pick up food, which is lying around, or when you take someone out. All these little trinkets and treasures are what you have to pick up, for you can save up. And the best part is, like, with the currency I have right there, 1253, if I were to bring him over to Giants, I can then use that currency in the game. So not only are the figurines backwards compatible, but they're forward compatible, if you will, in the later games. A nice feature that is also really nice that they added in is that your portal can be used for any of the games. So when I was filming this one, this part of the thing, I was using my Giants portal, and then later on I switched over to my Team Trap portal just to see, if that really is backwards compatible, and it allowed me to use it in the game, which is nice since now you can actually put all your other portals away. That way you don't, take up gazillion spaces in your room. So that was a really nice thing that they did. Throughout the level, you will come across elemental gates, and these gates are only openable by a character who has that element. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to use the character from that element to complete the level, but it seems that with certain ones like air and water, most of the time you do have to. Here's the evilest thing in the game. These stupid little lock. You have to rotate it and drag it, and later in certain levels, they are pure evilness. Seriously. There's certain ones that if you lose track of where you are doomified to the extreme. And it is horrible. Oh. Now, the next thing, so let's see. Talked about elemental gates, which are very important. These evil things. Also, during the level, I should mention this, there will be treasure chests like that. That right there is it. You are required to have a magic one to unlock. There will be, as you can see in the background right there, before it moved, there is a scroll. That's actually the last scroll I needed. I should go pick that up. But when you pick up the scroll, that's one of the hidden items in the level. You got, usually it's 3 treasure chests, 1 legendary item, which is really just a collectible item, and then you have usually 2 to 1 soul stone, and the soul stones are what unlock your final great awesome ability. Each of the different characters, depending on what they are, with certain elementals, have the ability to do certain things. Like if I had a water character right there, I would have been able to go over the water to get my scroll. Fire characters can walk over lava, and so forth, which is very helpful. And then, one thing I do also like to mention is when you bring a character over to a game, or say a friend's house, and he has one of the other Skylander games, or has the same game that you're playing, you are able to play multiplayer. The best part is, okay, so you want to level up your character, but you also wanted to unlock the challenge for your friend. The only thing you actually lose is your nickname. So when you activate the character, that's it. That's all you're gonna lose. Is just the nickname you gave your character. You do, however, lose all the hats that you have earned in the game because it's not on the save file. The hats are stored within the save file of the game you're playing, so it's not stored onto the character. However, the hats themselves, if you have it equipped onto the character, will stay on the character, so they can be used in other games, but you have to load your profile to re-equip it if you remove it. Trying to think, what else is there to really talk about? Okay. Each game has certain different things that are nice to remember and do. Like in this one, there's only really 3 options to choose from in the main menu. One is, of course, the main storyline, which you see, this is one of the levels. The other one is a battle arena, where you get to flat out have a 2-player brawl with your Skylanders. So, you know, player 1, player 2 picks the Skylander they like, and, you know, let the best Skylander win. Or, I guess, Portal Master in this case, sorry. Then, of course, you just have options. Those are really the only 3 things you have. For collecting purposes, like I said, you have to collect all of the scrolls, and you have to collect all of the hats, and all of the, let's see, scrolls, hats, and legendary items are what you need to collect. In-game, mind you. Outside game collecting, of course, are the Skylanders. Like I said, there is 4 per one, so there's actually 32 Skylanders to collect for this game. And you have, let's see, 3 Skylanders, 4 add-on levels, and each level pack comes with a Skylander, the level, and 2 power-up items. So that means you have 8 power-up items to collect, and like the health potion that I showed in the earlier part of the video, that one, you know, will allow you to recover health for the Skylander. You can also get shields, some attack, some flying swords, anvil rain, time slower, all kinds of nice little things that make it nice to help out. You can only use those particular power-ups once per level. As for the add-on levels, they are actually a power-up themselves. They will cause a area of effect attack, such as, you know, a hailstorm or firestorm. So there is some nice little bonus features with those. Now, in this version of Skylanders, I haven't tested every single one yet, but when you unlock those levels, it is an item which is placed somewhere on the hub where you can come back and use it whenever you want. So there's a lot of nice little features about the game that really bring a lot out. And that right there is just, you know, what the kind of things you have to do. Now, I did show you Chaos's voice and everything, but when it comes to the voice acting, they're really good. I mean, you get some good voice acting in this game. A lot of humor in this game, too. At times, it's almost like you're watching Invader Zim or something as cheesy. You know, because there's a lot of cheesy puns. Here, of course, is one of the treasure chests that you have to find. And every time you complete an object in the level, it will check it off. The last thing to really talk about is the trophies or achievements, depending on which system you're playing it on. The trophies themselves, on PlayStationTrophies.org, it's a 4 out of 10. In my personal opinion, because I'm not one of those excellent, awesome, you know, guru gamers that just can beat anything they play, I would actually have to give this game maybe a 6 out of 10. There are definitely some trophies that you have to have certain Skylanders. There's no ands, ifs, or buts. You have to have that Skylander. Not only have them, but you have to level up that Skylander to the max. The next part of the video will show you what Terrafin looks like when he's a little bit more powered up, because I had to actually power up just for the next battle, just to get a trophy. And yeah, it's very important because certain trophies are specific to the starting set people that you get, and they are pure evil. Some of them, ugh, that's the only thing I can say. I'm actually got my last trophy to do, and to be frank, I probably won't even try for it ever again. you have to defeat Chaos himself. And speaking of Chaos, this right here is actually a boss battle. And for this trophy, you cannot be hit by any of the lasers in a level, and I actually had to restart this level twice just to get this trophy. This is one of the 2 hardest trophies in the game, and yeah, I hate that guy. But I had to really sit down and do the best I can to get some of these trophies. And there are a couple, you know, like I said, this one you can't get hit by lasers, and another one you can only defeat the minions with the Hydra attack, or the hose attack, basically, from the fish guy, which I cannot remember his name all of a sudden. Other ones will flat out say, you know, dodge this, do this, take this many out. And of course you get the classic ones, such as level up a character up to 10, buy all the upgrades for character. Now, buy all the upgrades for the characters is a glitch trophy. I will be putting up a video after this review that will show you, you know, this is what you're supposed to do if you want to solve the glitch. And when you put your character on your portal, make sure that you don't put them on, you know, just flop them on there. If you just bleh them on there, you'll get a read error. So, it can get very hard very quickly with a lot of the trophies because of how specific they are. I have to say though, it's been a while since I've actually been able to enjoy a game just for being a good game. And this one had a lot of trophies that I was able to get, but I really had to work for some of them. A lot of grinding in this game. A lot of grinding in this game. And you have to really learn the patterns of how how each of the minions fight, all that to help out. And let's just face it, Chaos is absolutely hilarious. He really makes the game. And yeah, this is really what's left for the, you know, and show you guys how it is to get this particular trophy. I think this one is called Tag Me If You Can. And I do like going against him. He's absolutely hilarious just because, you know, he'd be like, what? You know, okay, I'm going to cast my unbeatable whatever attack because it's unbeatable and therefore you will die. What? You beat my unbeatable... I think how... Wait, I mean, you didn't beat my unbeatable one. You just did good against it. And, I mean, that's literally how it is fighting against Chaos. That's hilarious. And if it wasn't for the voice actor they were able to get, it would not be as good a game. Like right here, this is one of the power-ups I'm using to try and level up my character because I have to take her out as quickly as I can. Unfortunately for me, Rise a killer. She kills me. And that's when it gets difficult. Now, I guess that's one thing I did not mention. If a Skylander is knocked out, you can no longer use them in that level unless you restart from a checkpoint. Now, there's only actually really 2 checkpoints per level normally. That is the beginning of the level and the boss battle. And that's about the only 2 checkpoints there are. Now, sorry, I'm just rewatching. Still can't believe I was able to get this trophy. Because it was just pure evilness. If I touch any of the red lasers, I lose the opportunity to gain the trophy. What? But how can this be? You are nothing, a speck. Alright, so now this is the worst part of the boss battles. All 3 minions at once, and in the fight against Chaos, it's just brutal. Because he keeps on calling them out, but he'll be like, okay, now it's time for the brawlers. Now it's time for the distance attackers. And that's what he does. It really makes it difficult. Plus, he'll summon the things to help take you out. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this review. This is T. Sakura saying ciao and sayonara. Hope you guys enjoyed. And in just a second, the trophy will pop, showing that I was able to get it. The evil trophy. If there's any of the levels that you'd like to see, just let me know in the comments below. Oh, there it goes. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. This is Sakura saying ciao and sayonara.